Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We just arrived in Mintern, Colorado this morning because this is the start of our scenic drive along Highway 24 today. And we started the day off right because we got some coffee at a local coffee shop, and it's very good.
It's great coffee. And Mintern is the perfect place for us to start our trip today. We are going to be going along Highway 24, like Senta said, which starts kind of at I-70. Mintern's really the first town on it, and it kind of works its way southeastern all the way to Buena Vista, and then it cuts northeastern on its way to Colorado Springs. And we're not going to make it all the way to Colorado Springs, but we are going to make it to Buena Vista. And along the way, we're going to see the totally rich history of Highway 24, which involves mining, the military, and the birth of the ski industry. So definitely stick around because it should be a pretty good one today.
Yeah, and you forgot to mention the beautiful views that we're going to have all along the way.
Gorgeous views, gorgeous views. I mean, come on, like how could I miss that?
Well, we're excited to take you along for the ride.
Yep, so we'll see you around. Well, if you can't hear, Tinkerbell is satisfied from that little walk we just took. We went along an abandoned railroad right here, kind of on the outskirts of town.
Yep, you have views of the river. It's really pretty, and it's just a pretty town to look at. And now that we have that morning energy out of the girlies, we're gonna take some time to explore Mintern.
Yep. Next stop, which is Gilman/Eagle Mine.
And this is an abandoned mine here, so they used to mine silver, gold, and copper here, but it was shut down in 1984 by the EPA.
Yep, and they also mined zinc, which was the last thing that they were mining, and with zinc you often get a lot of other toxic materials, and that's why the EPA shut it down, because they ended up having quite a bit of pollution.
Yeah, there's like some arsenic and cyanide, and then also the groundwater was actually polluted. They've cleaned it up since then, but the area is still contaminated, and you're obviously not allowed to go in there.
Yep, it is blocked off by a big chain link fence. You know, we read online that some people go down there and explore it. Do not go do that. The buildings are totally not safe at all to go explore, even if you're not going towards the mine area.
Yep, but you can see it really nicely from the road, so really there's no need for you to, like, you know, risk your life. You just take this awesome little overlook right off of Highway 24 and you can see it. And we're lucky to have a drone, so we got even better footage, and we're gonna show you.
Yeah, and that's it for this stop though. For us, we are on to the next one. Okay, we made it back to the trailer. We are dropping off one of our dogs because we are not entirely certain that she can handle the rest of our activities today. So we've got one more stop before we hit up lunch in Leadville, and that is the Camp Hale National Monument. So we will see you there.
So we just arrived at our next stop, which is Camp Hale National Monument.
Yep, and it was made a national monument in 2022 by Joe Biden. He preserved the historic site. So just so you know a little bit about the area, so Camp Hale was created in 1942 when we were in World War II. We didn't have a mountain warfare division. So they decided to build a camp out here in the Rockies, and I mean, what a perfect place to have a mountain training division.
And they were inspired by the Finnish ski military division.
Yes, and so they trained here for a little while, and then they did shut it down in the late 40s. So after Camp Hale was shut down, the area didn't stop being used for different trainings and other things. The CIA actually trained Tibetan freedom fighters here as well in the 60s. But also, even more history, Pete Siebert was a soldier who was trained here. And if you know who Pete Siebert is, then you already know where I'm going with this. If not, he is the guy who actually started Vail Resorts. And because of his training here, he knew how to ski, and he is the one who started the modern American ski industry in the West. So, really cool history here, and while you're here you can actually see a bunch of the old dilapidated and ruined buildings from the Camp Hale establishment. It's a huge area.
Yeah, tons of hikes here. You can hike to different cabins and huts. We just don't have the time to do that today, but we've heard it's pretty cool.
Yep, and so we are gonna be hitting the road here and making our way towards Leadville for lunch because we are already getting hungry.
Yes.
We made it to Leadville and to Moe's Barbecue, and it looks delicious.
And it smells delicious.
It smells so good. Super cool outdoor area. You know, it's pretty much like a food truck, permanent food truck setup, and
Dog-friendly
dog-friendly patio.
So Maple's chilling under the table. We got the brisket platter, which is only available Wednesdays and Sundays. Lucky us.
Perfect timing for us Wednesday.
And we got some mac and cheese and some coleslaw as a side, and then a banana pudding as a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna dig in.
We're gonna dig in, and it looks so good, it smells so good. We may be going back for seconds, who knows?
Lunch was amazing.
So good. Maple enjoyed sitting out there, and I very much enjoyed the banana pudding as the finisher. Oh, perfect. Yes.
Definitely get the banana pudding.
Get the banana pudding.
So we're gonna walk a little bit through Leadville downtown because it's a really cute area. And then after that, our next stop is going to be a hike at Twin Lakes.
Yep, so we will show you around Leadville and then on to Twin Lakes. just got on trail, the Interlaken trail, which goes along the Twin Lakes. So should be some pretty good views, and we're excited to show you. All right, we made it pretty much to the end of the trail. The trail does go a little further, but you can see I am in a house. This is a historical site. Used to be a resort here in the area, and then they flooded it. Ooh, I'm getting dark. They flooded it so that they could have a reservoir. And the whole resort area that had already been abandoned before was gonna be flooded, but volunteers got together and they moved the whole set of houses up and out of the flood area. And it's pretty neat. It's been restored and it's still in ongoing progress, and it's got beautiful views. The Interlaken Historic Resort area is super neat.
So this is basically your end point of the Interlaken Trail, and it's well worth it. So this used to be a vacational resort until they had like Independence Pass built out here, where you can basically go from here
over to Aspen,
and then, you know, like this area just kind of like stopped being as popular. But it's super cool. The buildings are in a pretty good shape, especially the Dexter cabin.
Yeah, it has been restored quite extensively from volunteers, and they've done a really good job, and it's really cool.
And you can go inside.
And you can go inside, yes.
And it's really beautiful. The details are amazing. The woodwork, the original door handles.
The door handles and hardware,
yeah,
and hinges and things like that. So super neat. And if you're wondering, it was built in 1883, I believe, is what I read. And these were in operation until the early 1900s, so like 1912-ish or something like that is what I thought I read. So really cool. They operated for a while, and it was a pretty popular destination for the rich people of Leadville, is what it says. But
all those mining owners.
All the mining tycoons used to vacation out here.
And their wives.
Yeah, and their wives. But very cool, totally worth it.
Really easy trail.
Super easy, not a lot of elevation at all. It's just flat right along the lake, so it's beautiful. I definitely think this is a must stop if you're on Highway 24.
Yes, 100%.
We are gonna have to start booking it back.
The weather has turned on us. It got really windy, it started to rain, and we do not want to be here if there's going to be a storm, so we're gonna book it back.
Yep, probably not gonna film anything. If it does start raining and pouring on us hard, maybe I pull the camera back out so you can see the carnage, but yeah, time to get back to the car. Back in the car and on the road, and we are on our way to our last stop of today's road trip, which is Buena Vista. So we will see you guys in just a little bit. All right, we made it to the Eddie Line Brewery in Buena Vista, and that is gonna do it for today's video.
Yeah, we had a ton of fun exploring Highway 24. Eric, what was your favorite?
My favorite was definitely the Interlaken Trail. It was really pretty along the Twin Lakes, and then you get to the resort, and it was super neat to learn the history there, and just overall a great, pretty low effort hike. You know, it was more effort because we had to beat the rain, but
we did it.
But we did.
But no, it was awesome. I also have to say Interlaken Trail was my favorite, but I also just really enjoyed the drive along the beautiful road. So even if you can't make the hike, totally worth it. But that's it for the video.
That's gonna do it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and if you really wanna see what's going on next, hit the bell and all for all the notifications.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. People like listening to me talk, okay?
Sure. Guess who just crashed our drone?
First time crashing it. It was a light crash. It didn't do much. It actually did pretty much nothing. It kind of gently was caught by a small shrub tree.
I'm sure it was gently caught. We can like rewatch the footage and see.
How gently?
Yes.
All right, well, hopefully we got some good drone footage of the area so far. I'll have to be a bit more careful moving forward.